you need to report to labor and delivery as soon as possible. Oh my goodness. That was it. As soon as I heard the word labor and delivery, I'm over there in my car talking to myself, like, get it together. You can do this. You got this. I'm like, positive. Be positive. You can do this. We're not giving back today. Hello, it's Layla here. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I sat down and talked to you guys. And the last time I talked to you guys, I had my gestational diabetes, the 1 hour test that I didn't pass. And so that means I had to go repeat the test. But this time I had to do the 3 hour intense test. And I am here to report that the test was brutal. That was not fun. That was not cool. But I had to go ahead and do the test. So I have an update to tell you guys, a story of how that went down. So grab your tea, grab your water, have a sip, and just sit down and relax so I can tell you what really happened during my glucose test. So I think that the first issue was that I was not mentally prepared for the whole thing. I thought I was, but I don't think I was prepared enough for what was coming. So, I'm going in there. I know that it's a 3 hour glucose test, and I'm aware of that and everything. So I go in the morning and they say, oh, you're here. They take, the blood drawn, the first one. Your sister here thinks that that's the whole first of everything, not knowing that the first test, the first little blood drawn that they do, it doesn't count. I didn't know that. I found out the hard way. So the first one is called the base. I didn't know that the first one is the base. I thought when we get there, we start this thing, and then I take the drink, then I do the other blood drawn, then I'm done. So, I think the other thing that made things worse, the nurse that was taking my blood was new. She really was nervous. You could see it. And, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt, like, it's okay. It's her job. She knows what she's doing. No, she didn't. So I ended up having to be poked multiple times with the needle. That was not fun. And then she had to call for help every single time she poked me. It didn't go through or something was up. It hurt really bad. And someone else had to come in, step into the room and go ahead and draw my blood. So that was another issue on its own. But anyways, so I go in, they take the base, I wait for 1 hour. Then I come back, they hand me the drink. And I remember the nurse that was handing the drink asked the other one, is it supposed to be 50? I think it's 50 milligrams, I'm not sure. Or milliliters, I'm not sure. And she says 100. So I knew at that point, it's like cling, cling, cling. Oh my gosh, it's going to be sweeter. It was more, it looked like it was the same size of a bottle, but it was, in my mind, 10 times sweeter than the other one that I had first. That was very difficult to drink, that thing. It tasted really, really, really just over sweet. Anyways, they gave it to me and they told me that you can actually have a sip of water after you drink this one. It's not like the first one where you can't drink nothing else. And they said that this one, you don't have to drink it in 5 minutes. This one, you can drink it in 10 minutes, and then you can have a sip of water while you wait for the next blood draw. And I'm like, okay, this sounds okay. Chucking that thing down was so difficult. I almost brought it back, and I thought, don't do that, because I think if I bring it back, then I have to drink it again or have to come back another day. So anyways, I drank it, and I'm sitting there, I'm waiting, and I come back, for the next, blood drawn, and little Miss Ness, new Ness, comes in, pokes me, she can't get the needle in, it's a mess. And then finally they get it in. I'm in my head thinking, the second one more, I'm done, right? Then they tell me, come back again in an hour. So I come back in an hour, and it's someone different this time because they had to tell the other lady that, she can't draw my blood anymore. So anyways, I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for the lady that's going to do my blood drawn, and she comes in and she does it. And I really like this lady because that's the one that did it before the first 1 hour. Anyways, she does it, she pokes, and everything is fine. And I say to her, "This is the last one, right?" And she looks at me, she goes, "No, you have one more left." And I'm thinking, "No, we took one. We took one after the drink, and this is the last one." And she says, "No, the next one in an hour is the last one because the first one doesn't count." At that point, when I realized that I cannot eat, I'm starving. I haven't had food since 10 p.m. the previous day. And you're telling me that I have to wait one more hour. I was so hungry, I could eat a horse. Well, that's a joke. I was so hungry. I was just really starving that I didn't think that I could wait for 1 hour. So I started getting upset. I was I was sad. I was upset because I was so hungry. So, anyways, I waited for one more hour and I went back. They take the blood and I'm good to go. At this point, I haven't had food from 10 p.m. the previous day. And at this point, it was 12:40 p.m. So it's almost 1 p.m. the next day. I'm starving. But now the part that happened that was scary, that was brutal, I started feeling sick. After the last blood drawn, I'm walking into my car. I feel lightheaded. I feel like I'm about to be sick to my stomach. I just was not feeling okay. I go in the car. I am sweating. I am taking shirts off and sweaters off, my socks off. I'm taking my shoes off. I'm extremely hot. Like my body just started reacting and I didn't understand what was going on. And I'm sweating profusely and I'm hungry. I'm lightheaded that I couldn't even drive. I had to just sit there for a minute and just breathe, right? I'm looking through the car to find some snack. I get some snack. I'm over there eating like I haven't had food in like years. I'm sitting there just stuffing my face and I'm drinking water because I'm thinking to myself, it's because I'm hungry and I just was not feeling good at all. So I sat there for about 20 minutes when I could finally feel that the heat and the sweating is coming down. And I decided to drive to a restaurant to go eat something. There were restaurants close by the hospital. So I go into the restaurant, I order food, and let me tell you, as soon as they put that food in front of me and I looked at it, I felt even more sick. Like the smell of the food, the commotion of the restaurant, people around me, the dishes, the sound and everything. I didn't know what was happening. And I asked the lady, I said, "I will eat just this appetizer. Please bag everything else. I need to go." And they do that and I pay. I get in my car. I'm driving back home and I'm just like, just get home. I could tell that I'm feeling sick. And I said, I was telling myself that I'd rather be sick in my house than in a restaurant or, somewhere out there. So I'm driving to get home as soon as possible. My phone rings. It's the nurse. And she says, "Hey, Lele, the doctor wanted me to call you right away." And in my head, I'm thinking, I failed it. I failed the test. And she says, "What are you doing?" And I say, "I'm driving, And she says, "You're what?" And I'm like, annoyed. "I'm driving. I'm going home." She goes, "Did you eat anything?" And I said, I tried to eat. I ate a little bit, but I really just cannot eat. And I don't know why. I don't feel okay. She already knew that I didn't feel okay. And she says to me, "You need to get home as soon as possible and you need to eat because your blood work came back and your blood is at 46. That's way below what the test needed. It went way down there. Like that's way too low. You need to go home, eat, and if you do not feel better in 2 hours, you need to report to labor and delivery as soon as possible." Oh my goodness. That was it. As soon as I heard the word labor and delivery, I'm over there in my car talking to myself like, "Get it together. You can do this. You got this." I'm like, positive. Be positive. You can do this. We're not giving back today. You can do this. Get home, eat whatever you can try to eat. We're not going to go to the hospital. We're not bringing this baby to this world early. I'm just like, get it together. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. We're not doing this, right? So I drive back home and I really, really tried. It was so difficult. So I just could only eat yogurt. So I ate yogurt. I think I ate like a banana or orange. I don't remember. That kind of made me feel so much better. And I jumped into my bed. I just was laying there just trying to get my body to just relax and calm down. And I felt better because I really did not want to go to labor and delivery. It's so mind blowing what the mind can do. When sometimes when it's all in your head, if you can already think about it and imagine it, it's already done. So that's what I was telling myself. You're going to be okay. If you see yourself that you're going to be okay, you're already okay. So just try to calm yourself down. But yes, the glucose test almost sent me to labor and delivery. That was not fun at all. So I would make sure that, if you are going to go get a glucose test, make sure you have food in your car. Like bring some fruit, bring some water, bring juice if you want to, because you might need that after you get your glucose test. I feel like maybe if I had drank something that had some sugar, like orange juice or some kind of a juice, I would have felt a little bit much better, but I only had water, and so that was not cool. So if you're going to be getting a glucose test, good luck, and make sure you have food that you can eat right away after you're done with the test. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye.